So the next thing we're going to talk about is the midpoint formula. So when we were talking about distance formula, we wanted to find the distance between 2 points. Now we're looking for a midpoint between 2 points, which means the middle. Hopefully we all have a little bit of background on that from geometry. So if I go to -8, 0, and up to -2, 3, -8, 0, and -2, 3. If you just find the center between the two, so the center xy's and the center y's, that will give you your midpoint on that line. Now for those of you who'd like to, you could sit and make a graph and find these. You'd have to count the difference in the distances and cut them in half and put it in the middle, and then the difference in the distances up and down, cut them in half and put them in the middle. And on some of the challenge problems that come at the end of the lesson, you may want to make a graph because it might be easier to see. On some of the challenge problems at the end, they're going to give you one endpoint and the midpoint and ask you for the other endpoint or things like that, and having the actual graph might help you there. But we're going to use our formula. The formula sets up almost the exact same way as what we were just talking about. It's the average of the x values, x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2, the average of the x values and the average of the y values. So again, I always label out x1, y1, x2, y2. x1 is -8, x2 is -2, -8 plus -2. Make sure to watch out for chop-chops in there. There are no chop-chops in this particular one, but you want to be careful for things like that. I guess not chop-chops directly, but negatives and positives being added together, or positives and negatives being added together, comma. Do not try to group these together either. 0 plus 3 over 2. A lot of people try to jam this all into one big number because we're doing distance formula over here, and that's one number, the distance between the 2 points, whereas over here we have a midpoint, which is a point between the 2 points, and so they're very, very different concepts that we're talking about. 8 plus -2 is -10 over 2, 0 plus 3 is 3 over 2, -10 divided by 2 is -5, and 3 over 2 is 1.5, or you could leave it as 3 over 2. Now I have another problem that I would like you to work out. In your table groups, I would like you to find the midpoint between the points 1, 2, and 4, 6. Once you've found the midpoint between the points 1, 2, and 4, 6, check with the rest of your table group, show my sub, they have the answer, and then once your table group has completed the midpoint and had it checked by the sub, then you can move on into the homework. The homework for this particular lesson is on page 411. You're going to do problems 11 through 26 and 30. There are a couple of challenging problems in there, but we're going to go through some more challenging problems when I get back on Thursday, hopefully.